Hey everyone, Matthew here, and today we're back with another video following on from yesterday's where we looked at some of my favourite actors. Today's video is about my favourite directors, so similar to yesterday's video, I'm just going to go through a list of about 5, and as always, please be sure to let me know who your favourite directors are down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts as well. And if you want to email us, our email is moviematespodcast@gmail.com. That is always in the description as well. So hope you guys enjoy this little video and take care. So, similar to yesterday, this list isn't in any specific order. So the first director or directors that I'm going to mention are Joe and Anthony Russo. Now, they've directed some amazing Marvel films from Captain America, the Winter Soldier to Infinity War to Endgame. I love all 3 of those, some more than others, but they are incredible directors. Incredible at doing really emotional scenes as well, especially with characters that they're comfortable with. But also they're fantastic with action as well. Some of the action in Winter Soldier is some of the best I've ever seen. And I just love how they can balance so many different characters so well. And especially in a Marvel framework, they understand every single character. They balance them so incredibly well, and it's so amazing to see what they've done with the 2 Avengers movies and Captain America the Winter Soldier. I hope Falcon Winter Soldier is going to follow a similar tone to Winter Soldier, and yeah, Joe and Anthony Russo make my list for sure. Now, next up on my list is a bit of a surprise, given that Cam and I haven't really reviewed any of his films. Christopher Nolan makes my list, and before watching Tenet, which we're reviewing on Saturday, I probably wouldn't have had him in my list, but the fact that he's directed so consistently well is amazing. That's why he's on my favourite list. You know, he's directed the Dark Knight trilogy, which I will admit I've had issues with in the past, but I love it overall, especially The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises. Interstellar is an incredible film, and I haven't even seen Inception, but from what I've made of Tenet, it was absolutely incredible. I love that film so much, and I'm really looking forward to talking about it with Callum on Saturday. And yeah, Christopher Nolan has to make my list. He's one of the best directors working today, 100%. Next up is the director that probably moulded Callum and I's childhood the most, and that is Sam Raimi. Now, the news that he has been chosen to direct Doctor Strange 2 excites me so much, and we've talked about it on episode 65 of the podcast, I believe. I love the Raimi Spider-Man films, even Spider-Man 3, you know, Callum and I have made fun of that movie, but we love it, I think, just to laugh at, but also there are some really good scenes in there as well. Sam Raimi is an amazing director at balancing characters but also emotional scenes as well. The Raimi trilogy definitely shaped me, who I am, and definitely for Callum as well, even more so probably than me. But I love Sam Raimi so much. He really has a passion for his craft, and a really great horror director as well, I believe. I haven't seen any of his horror films, but I think from what I've seen alone of the Spider-Man films, he is an absolutely spectacular director and has to make my list for sure. Next up on my list is the director of 2 of my favourite films of all time, 500 Days of Summer and Gifted, Mark Webb. Now, Mark Webb, we reviewed a lot of Mark Webb films on the channel, especially the Amazing Spider-Man films, which probably his weakest films that I've certainly seen, but they're still good. They're still really good. Mark Webb, obviously 500 Days of Summer. I've said my piece in that film. I've said so much about it. I love it so much. And Gifted is a film we haven't really talked about in the channel before, but it's one of my favourites as well. Chris Evans, McKenna Grace, and that's so good. And Mark Webb is an amazing director. Really good with handling a really average script but making it good. But also narratively, he really knows how to work a film, especially 500 Days of Summer. I mean, that film will probably be a mess otherwise. Him and the editor of that film really worked wonders. But Mark Webb has to be on my list. I'm disappointed we didn't get a 3rd Amazing Spider-Man film, because I would have loved to see where he would have taken those characters. But he's one of my favourites of all time. And to round up my list of favourite directors is Matthew Vaughn. Now, Matthew Vaughn's directed some of my favourite action movies as well, with X-Men First Class, probably one of my favourite X-Men films, as well as Kingsman 1 and 2. Matthew Vaughn really knows how to direct action, doesn't he? Especially in a superhero context, and he's just as good, if not better, than the Russo brothers for me. And as I said, this list isn't in any specific order. Matthew Vaughn, such a great director. I love his stuff, and I'm really excited to see what he does with the Kingsman prequel, The King's Man, coming out next year. hopefully it's going to be great. And yeah, unfortunately there's no women on this list, because I feel like women in general don't get the opportunities to direct as much films as men do. But from what Patty Jenkins has done with the Wonder Woman films, I think if she keeps that trend going, she could definitely be one of my favourites for sure, because Wonder Woman 84, we'll talk about that soon, one of my favourite superhero movies ever, and it's so good. Patty Jenkins, an incredible director, and I think she's got such a bright future ahead of her as well. But yeah, that's going to wrap up today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned this weekend where Callum and I will be reviewing Tenet, and we'll be doing Christmas classics as well, so Miracle on 34th Street and It's a Wonderful Life. So stay tuned, loads of content coming out for you guys, and if you want to see any other short videos like this, let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, our email is there, moviematespodcast@gmail.com. Hope you guys are all safe and well, hope your family and friends are all safe and well, and yeah, take care of yourselves guys, bye bye.